Good morning. Welcome to MightyOxTrading. Good morning, Jeremy. Welcome. Good morning, Vincent. How are you today? Trying to finish the week strong. Over the last 2 days on the Gauntlet account, I'm up about $824. So we'll try to finish that. Did take some trades last night on the Gauntlet account, and I'm down $56 to start the morning for the day. But we will get that back. Uh, Overnight, glad to hear it, Vincent. Overnight, the markets have been kind of choppy, it looks like, and not a lot of range. We had a big move up here shortly before 9 o'clock, about 8:30 last night, Eastern. And that was the big move of the day. I ended up being in a trade on the MNQ for 90 minutes before it finally pushed down, and I got 30 points off of it on two MNQ contracts right around here, right before I went to bed. It just stayed in a range for 90 minutes, and it was like, come on. So you can see, I mean, we do have a range of about 170 points. A little bit more than that because I missed the yellow line there. So, about 174 points. But almost all that range came within 20 minutes there, and then it's been sideways. ES, same thing. With about a 30, 40, 44 point range. Now, copper was a little bit more exciting, it looks like, overnight, with a big move up and then pull back. Looking at about a early morning math, not my thing, but 160 tick range. Gold fell hard. By the way, the big move up there apparently was another Russia-Ukraine thing, and this moved down here on gold. Supposedly there's going to be some talks next week, so now it looks like things aren't on the verge of war again. So gold's range so far about 17 points. Gold had hit above 1900, was at a high that it hadn't seen since I think June of last year. The UltraBond, it went down and back up about mid-range now, about a point and a half it looks like. Crude oil's been falling, staying below 90 now. Started off the day above 90 and then fallen. We're about 2.5 points of range, maybe a little more. Natural gas is also about in its mid-range and about just under 200 ticks. The Russell, I forgot the mark. Boom. I always forget about the poor Russell. There we go. And about 24, 25 points in range. Basically the same move that the ES and the NQ did. And I'm sure the Dow's probably similar as well. Yeah, Dow's similar as well. So that's where we stand as the morning starts. I don't think there's any major exciting news this morning. I know there's 4 Fed speakers speaking later in the day, in the afternoon. But I don't think there's anything real exciting this morning. We could be in for a bit of a dull day. It is Friday. Sometimes Fridays can be duller, but we'll see. Obviously, there's always something in the markets we can find. did survive the snowstorm. No loss of power, no loss of internet, no loss of anything important. So, do still have high winds, so there's always still a chance of here in central Illinois. Infrastructure ain't great. So Vincent, things look kind of sideways most of the night. Is your delta saying one way or the other? Yeah, last night on and Nasdaq back here. Let's see, where was it? Yeah, I got in on a short. Let's see, where did I go short? Yeah, I went short here. I seen this come up, and I took a couple losses on it on longs. I went long here and got stopped out when it pulled back. I went long there, there, got stopped out. So I waited. I saw that everything kind of like was now sideways, and so I went short on this signal. And as you can see, I mean, it came down, back up. Right here, I was just about back break even. You know, about here, I was up about $40 on the two M&Q contracts. And obviously, I was looking for more than that. Came back up again. Both these times, I was back in the negative. You know, was red on the trade. And just grinded, kept grinding. And finally here, big flush down. And that was right. I mean, I was literally deciding if I wanted to try and close the trade because this is about the time I was ready for bed. And thankfully it flushed down and I got my two. But yeah, I was in this trade about an hour and a half. But I got my 30 points. Crude's pulling back, giving us a signal. UltraBond is giving us a signal. This gold signal just a couple minutes before I went live here, looks like it would have been good. Looks like gold's been moving, pretty smoothly overnight. It would definitely seem like it's a little bit slow. Let's chart out NASDAQ overnight. because there's not much going on right now. Obviously, 15 points would have been the way to go, I think. Nothing there, natural gas. Off that long signal, that would have been that. Well, I wouldn't have taken that. That was into the bands, so never mind. Let's go short signal here. What's Crude doing? Crude's still just kind of hanging at its SMA. So let's see, 15 points. That would have worked on that weird spike down there. This one would have stopped me out, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that was stopped out. Now this one here probably would have stopped me out as well. I would have probably taken that, especially with the break of VWAP there. And it would have bounced big. Wouldn't have taken that. Went into the bands. Biggest candle of the night there. It's been hard to trade overnight. I wouldn't have taken this short. I wouldn't have taken this long. I would have wanted to see it break that recent high. Although, if I would have survived the pullback, it would have actually worked. I might have taken this short because it came in after it already broken through the SMA. If I had, that would have worked. 15. Fast forward just to look at the oh, and that's the only ES. Let me look. Okay. Let me know how that goes, Vincent. That was on the 35 after the hour candle, I believe you're talking about there. So would not have taken that one. Not have taken that one. It was in the bands. This one probably I would have. The hardest part on this is when it looks like they're ready to uptrend. Sometimes they're just gonna try and ride those bands. So that's where it's hard to figure out where would you jump in there or not. No, no. Even though this no, I think would have worked. Excellent. Nope, see, that one almost would have worked. About 11 of the 15 points. Let's just ride it through. Nope, it would have stopped out there. This one would have also. So this one been definitely harder to trade for night. A little bit of stop out. That would have worked. Seems like it's gotten a little less choppy as the night was on. If I had been trading this overnight, I don't think I would have kept going for the 15. I think if I was going to trade it, I probably would have maybe gone down to 10. With, so about a 1.5 to 1 reward to risk instead of going for 2. This did reach the 15 points. So the last two worked. Let's see. So let's count it overall. 1, 2, 1, 2 losses, 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins, 3 losses, 4 losses, 5 and 4. So 5 and 4 overnight for 2 to 1 is good. Let's assume that I would have taken 2 more that in the heat of the moment that I shouldn't have taken. It still would have been a very profitable night because of using the 2 to 1. Kind of weird right now is everything's kind of grinding just, in a slightly upward direction. And usually you don't see gold, gold, and Q, and the treasuries all moving in the same direction. Murray, slow morning so far, about 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. It's when we start seeing some more volatility, some more volume come in. Slow markets require more patience. Just like my stream requires more thumbs up. So if you're here from YouTube, please hit that thumbs up button. YouTube algorithm loves it. It's helping to grow the channel. As a reminder, I've mentioned this once or twice before, but if you are a member of the Earn to Trade Discord, or if you want to become a member, uh, they are doing a giveaway this month for people who on the Discord who are active. actively chatting. That is, see down here, bottom, they're giving away a trader career path, free for the first month, and then the rest of the months are 50% discount until you pass or cancel. Second place is a 100% reset, so a free reset, and the third place is 50% off a reset. So you like good talk about futures, some strategy talk, and some tomfoolery too. It's a really good place to have good trader conversations. Me and CFT are mods there. We help make sure everything's good. No, we get rid of the spammers and all that right away. Love to have you come over and join the Discord and get in on that giveaway. Or contest, or whatever you want to call it. Gold pulling back. That would have been a nice dip. Gold did that quick dip there. You see it got under the Bollinger in the RSI. That was an excellent, would have been an excellent quick grab for a few ticks. Because when it dips like that with a strong uptrend like that, it almost always goes up on the next candle. And this confirmed it. So that would have been a great, nice little. Could have got 7, 8, 10 ticks out of that. Seeing the curl down there now, Vincent. So hopefully heading your way. And Cube, they're sending us a short signal. Big move down there. Good call, Vincent. Now this is where I start having issues. And Cube moved down fast enough that it's below those bands on the RSI on the 1 minute. So we're expecting a little bit of a bounce here, but it doesn't always. We can ride down that band. Oh, there's the bounce. Still watching. So we'll watch the enter maybe on the next candle if we see it come back down. All of a sudden we got a bunch of action going on. Maybe someone in the Ukraine sneezed. So, Vincent, by divergence, you mean the candles, the price action is going up while the RSI was going down, or is that what you mean? There's still small candles. I don't know if usually I'm running 30 by 15 during the day, but I don't know if I want to run 30. I guess I can do 30 and just adjust if it needs to be adjusted. See if it bounces. This could have been a pullback down, back up. See if it bounces off the RSI. I'm sorry, yeah. Too many three-letter abbreviations. The SMA. Cool. See, we did get below those bands and it bounced here on the Nasdaq. We'll see if we're obviously well back with inside those bands down there. So now we'll see if this just was this pullback, got back inside with the standard deviation area, and now comes back down. That's what it's looking like it wants to possibly do. But we're waiting for confirmation there because that could just come back up and this could be oh, it's hard to trade right now. I mean, this would be better to trade like right now on regular NQ if you had the risk tolerance on that because you could just quit going for a quick couple points. Check what Crude's doing real quick. That was a good short signal there on Crude. Oops. Okay, that's a nice red candle. We're going to go short here on NQ. There's my NQ chart. We'll see where we'll manage the trade. I don't know if we're gonna get 30 points out of it right now, so we'll manage. I did a 15-point stop, 30-point profit target. But if this flushes down, looking at it, we see this resistance here at about 47. Then we have VWAP sitting at 41. Honestly, and then we have this recent high at 68, which is right about where my stop's at. You know what? I took this on the Gauntlet account instead of switching over to the TCP. So this is still a Gauntlet trade, even though when I'm on stream, that should be on TCP for the Nasdaq. Might have been a mistake. You see it curling up here. But we'll see. $60 loss if it stops out. But it's definitely, with the 15-point stop at this point, definitely has room. But it looks like this might have just been a pullback. Might be heading back upwards. There's the top of the hour. NQ sending me the long signal. Stopped out. And then rejected off that same level that it hit before. So it took a $60 loss there, down about $110 now on the day. Big wick. Looks like it wants to reject down. This might be a double top. It might might have stopped me out. Might just reject down now. We'll see if it breaks back below the SMA. And this time, if it comes back down, we're going to wait until it comes back down to that level that it sent the short signal before, which was at 253. And we'll wait on it. Good morning. Let's do this. How you doing? You see there, it kind of sucks. That came up and literally hit the exact tick of my stop and then went back down. Big move back down. One more frickin' tick and it wouldn't have stopped me out. So it did double top basically, then reject down. Gold moving up, but breaking its Bollinger. I actually thought a 15-point stop there was generous. So UltraBond, the short signal, I think that's going to bounce. Gold did break the band and now it's pulled back by 6 ticks, 8 ticks, 1 point. I was sounding like an auctioneer there. Actually, gold on that 1 minute chart. Oops, wrong button. Gold on that 1 minute chart looks like it hit 2 of the 3. It didn't break the Bollinger on the RSI, but it was well into the third band here, and it was above the 70 line. That was a perfect pullback opportunity. Excuse me. Did not mean to cough in everybody's ear. Usually at mutant time. Looksing? Oh boy. Yeah, good English. Looking like it hit that top there, bounced, and now it wants to head back down. How lucky can how unlucky can I get? Wow, I can't talk this morning at all. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go to sign language. Yeah, I definitely think there's something here with reversal plays. I like it too. It definitely helps, if you're just concentrating on one or two assets, not do crazy things like I do, or being able to find a better alert for it. I would love. I wish they had alerts on TradingView of multiple. Like, I love to set up an alert where it only alerts me if 2 of the 3 things happen, or 3 of the 3 things happen, instead of just one. Hello, Zor. On TradingView, you just if you set up an alert, um, it stays just on NinjaTrader. I'm really not 100% sure. I don't like charting off NinjaTrader, and I've never used their alerts. If anyone else uses NinjaTrader, if you have any ideas on that, I'm sorry, Zora. I'm not trying to misunderstand you. I'll be happy to help you I'll be happy to help you if I can. This is still being hard to trade here. You can see that short signal that I should not have taken. Stopped out. This long signal now. Again, this is now a triple top. Yeah, last night I should have quit trading NQ because it was doing this. I took three or four losses on it last night before I got that first win. Luckily, they're all small losses, but still. Right now in the gauntlet, I am down $110. I don't know if, it's just uh, the indices are being difficult right now. I mean, obviously, these last two signals before I came on would have been good, but now we're back to chop. Hi, Matt. It depends. I mean, I can't trade off TradingView because they're not integrated with Earn to Trade. Um, but some brokers have that functionality with TradingView, and some don't. Um, Mostly, I mean, you have your like here. Let me hold on. If I connect paper trading, there, it's well, it's slow. There we go. Um, wait, okay, they're having a issue? Maybe the market data wasn't being provided. That was weird. So I mean, they have take profits and stop losses, but like they don't have ATMs. Sorry, not but trailing stop losses on the paper trading. And I know that they didn't. Ooh, whoa, big move down. So they don't have the trailing stop losses, but I think some brokers do have that integrated. This moved down quick. 18 points down right to VWAP. Gold moved up quick. No, you're okay, man. I don't mind answering questions at all. Sometimes I just sometimes my brain's not working as quickly, and I'm there hemming and hawing trying to get out the answer that's in my brain, and it's not. Okay, so that was a huge move down, big move up on gold. I'm not sure if something just happened again with Ukraine or something, or what's going on here. Let's do this. Weren't you my news guy yesterday? Whoa, so I should have jumped in there. Oh, crap. That's way overextended. Getting all kinds of alerts that this should reverse, but it's still kind of going. So that was a missed opportunity. Whenever I see a huge move down like that, I'm hesitant to jump in on the next candle. But I should not have been hesitant because like the reason I'm hesitant is if you look at gold here, you've seen that immediately reverse, but this didn't. So I should have jumped in. I would have got my 30 points, I think. 37 down to 08. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly the same time we got the big move. So that's apparently. Thank you. Let's do this. So we need to be prepared with this whole Russia Ukraine thing for snap moves like this at all times. So definitely, I know there's people. I definitely do not agree with it. But I know there's people out there that don't believe in using stops. But right now, in my opinion, you definitely need to at least have an emergency stop on your orders because stuff like this can happen. And I don't react fast enough. Once it broke view up there, everything, I should have definitely jumped on that, and I didn't. So that was my first missed opportunity of the day. Things are settling out already, though. You can see here. So let's see. What I'm curious is, did we come down to a specific point? Big bounce. So called the bounce. Let's see, look where we're at. See if there's a point that we got down to here. Is this our new low of the day? No. So we basically came down to almost this area where Ukraine shot us up last night. Good job, Vincent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So nice bounce there. You see on the chart on the 1 minute here. I'll check the 5 minute here in a second to see how it looks. We got down to the 20 line. We were riding the underneath the bands the entire way. Right here on this candle is where it crossed back over the Bollinger, and these were these two nice green candles so far. Good chance this at least pulls back up to view up, or just goes back red. Who knows? Let's check the 5 minute. See how that looked on that with the whole RSI thing. Came down. It never broke the band on the 5 minute. It did break the band on the regular chart, but not on the RSI. It didn't break the 70 line, or the 30 line. So, but obviously it's bounced here. Reached a low of 208. 208. It's bounced up to 215 so far. Oh yes, that's a very good point. Let's do this. For futures, they're actually open till noon. So they open regular time on Sunday evening, and then they close at noon and reopen at 5. But for those of you doing evaluations or whatnot, uh, Monday and Tuesday count as one day. So something to keep in mind for your profit and loss, for any loss limits, and also the fact that it's only going to count as one day if you have a certain amount of days for your evaluation. So I was wrong about the bouncing all the way back up. Two candles up, then back down. Now hit a low of 202. Yeah. For some reason, the CME doesn't take full days off for holidays usually. Just for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I think. Other than that, they take this half day type of thing. Actually, I think they're open on Thanksgiving until noon. Now that if I remember right. I don't remember. I was watching the Macy's parade. Good morning, Chris. How are you doing? So after that little bit of a frantic drop, we kind of sideways again. Copper chart looks ugly. Gold. Enemy signals off the 5-minute chart. Let me see here. Gold's hanging around the top of its bands here, top of the RSI. It has that pretty extended move here up. Back up to 1900. Now there's the pullback. Cool. Let us know how that goes, Vincent. Gonna give you guys a warning now. My internet seems kind of slow. So if I disappear, hopefully I'll be back, but the internet's definitely seeming... Wow. So I have some haters. Right now I have I have 5 likes and 4 dislikes on this stream so far. I wonder who the 4 people are that I have upset that much. Yeah, I can see that there. Yeah, I agree with that, Vincent. A lot of people like to use the ATR line from the super trend as their stop loss. Yeah, Chris, that big push up was also off Ukraine news about talks next week with Russian and American diplomats or whatever. And that caused a big spike up, and then it went sideways. Yeah, I just see him on my stats. And it's just like all of a sudden in the last, I check it every now and then just to see what's going on. In the last 10 minutes or so, all of a sudden it's showing it was showing 5 likes and a 55.6% like to dislike. So even now we're at 9 likes and I'm still at 69.2. So I believe that's 4 dislikes. Hold on, 9 divided by 13. Yeah. I definitely, I'm not sure, who doesn't like me, but each day, yesterday I had 100%, but like each day I've been getting like 3 or 4 people that hit the down button. I mean, obviously I shouldn't be even worried about it. It doesn't. I don't think it really affects anything. I don't know if it. I mean, I always talk about hearing people say, other YouTubers say, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. So I don't know if it affects anything if people hit the dislike button or not, or if it's just childish internet behavior. You definitely made a good decision there, Vincent, on that move downward. I thank you. Yeah, Chris. Like I said, I don't really care about if they hate me or not. Obviously, nobody likes everybody. I don't think I've ever hit the dislike button on a video, though. I just don't see the purpose of it. The only thing I wonder about, like I said, is if I don't know if it really does affect something with YouTube's algorithm and all that. It almost the only other reason it really caught me off guard there is it seems like something that's coordinated because it was all of a sudden. It was at like 100% 10 minutes ago, and all of a sudden 4 people hit it. It just seems weird. I'm not sure. I honestly I gotta do a Google search on what about the YouTube algo. I mean, I'm just basing off what I've heard other YouTube content creators say about always say about hitting that like button for the algorithm and all that. So definitely a huge missed opportunity. Something I gotta get better at is figuring out, like, Vincent there, he jumped back in. He didn't need the signal. He looked for just a good opportunity, whereas I'm mainly relying on the signals. I didn't jump in here, but it would have been, obviously it's continued to go down. Getting in off this signal, though, was definitely a missed opportunity. It's gone down 60 points now and more. 62, 63. It's just continuing to head down. Oh yeah, I definitely, my whole extended family is like that. Definitely a big move down here. We're getting the signals that it's, see, out here on the 5 minute Vincent, we're starting to get into that A plus setup, so I'm not sure how much you want to try and get out of that move. See here on the 5 minute on the ES, we're definitely down below the third band up the top. We're touching that third band on the bottom, and we're below the 20 line. Crude oil, big pop up there. The 32-point pop up on crude. So that whole boring action all of a sudden has turned into fast movement. Big sell off. Uh, Pull back there on crude again. Even agriculture is busy right now. We're nearing the low of the day on the ES. Kind of nearing the low, not as close on the NQ. Lots of news coming out. Thank you. Let's do this. That's interesting. It's first I've really heard about Germany. Um, welcome, Chanel Osman. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for subscribing. Gold still heading up. Gold is definitely kind of overextended here, I would think. Let's look. RSI. Remember, I'm not really big into the whole RSI overbought, oversold thing, but I am watching. It's been riding that band. The band is all the way up at the 80 line. The regular RSI is at 76. I'm expecting to pull back here and gold, but this is where, when I first was starting to work on this strategy, I also said if you're having a long uptrend, you want to wait for at least maybe one red candle before you start playing the downtrend. Gold's about 4 points away from its high of the day. UltraBond just hit a new high of the day. Crude still kind of meandering near its lows. And natural gas bumped its high. Dow, you said, oh yeah, look at that Dow. Dow seems like it got the most upset about all this. Good job, Matt. Good job, Vincent. Do seem to be leveling out. See if it bounces there. Like I said, did give us that on the 5 minute. Both the ES and the NQ gave us that A plus setup I'm looking for. So we'll see. We're seeing just a tiny hint of green on both of those charts. That's a great job, Vincent. You do so well. You do so well with just one micro. It's one of the reasons I've started developing micro strategies because I've seen you making a couple $100 a day each day just with one or two micros. I used to have a negative view of micros because they just didn't move fast enough. Now see, this is that we had the A plus setup, but it is still going down. So this is the A plus setup. You do want to definitely wait for confirmation, even if you do get the A plus reversal setup. It's why I have not yet started employing it massively in my strategy yet. Because right now, the market just is very upset. So we're kind of seeing where we head up, head up? Yeah, right. Low of the day is at 128. We're down to 152. If we break 128, and we're going all the way back to Monday. Yeah, the commissions are the problem. They're a little high. That's why, now I'm sticking to two or three. $1.66 round turn is, a little steep, but so after that low of the day, then next low we're looking at is from Monday at 102, and then down here at the very low that day was 078. So that's our next support areas. This is just, I mean, we've lost what now? 63 to 130, 263, so 130 points in the last 5, 10, 10, 20, 30 minutes. It's still dropping. RSI is down to 15 or so. When this bounces, it's going to be an awesome bounce, but it's just you don't know when it's going to bounce. And I'm hesitant to jump in. There's the bounce, or at least somewhat of a bounce. Let's look at the 1 minute. I could have looked at the 1 minute on that other window, and then I think about it. Let's look at what other things are doing. So copper really didn't care about all this. This has just been an ugly chop this down. UltraBond loved it. Gold loved it. Now it's finally pulling back. So you see gold pulling back as NQ gives us some green candles. ES giving us green as well. Russell, they all did the same thing. Natural gas, I'm not sure if this was a response to the news or whatever. That was a nice move up. Crude did move up in a kind of a choppy fashion. Pulled back by like 20 ticks first, which would have stopped me out if I had taken that long signal. So we have a little less than an hour till cash session opens. Do want to thank everyone for joining me this morning. Please feel free to join Vincent and Chris and Matt, and let's do this in the chat. Say hi, ask questions, make statements, whatever you wish. Like to have a good active chat going. Gives something to do while waiting for the next trade, as well as, you know, just people throwing ideas off each other is a good thing. Hey Lennox, how you doing, buddy? Gold. Gold sending a short signal, but we still have these uptrending bands. Actually, that's going to reverse. And you know what? I'm going to get brave enough to play that reversal. Gold, gold, gold. If I find a gold chart, there we go. I'm going to buy the bid here at the close of this candle. I should have marketed it. Darn it. I should have marketed in. So I was right about it, but I didn't hit a market order and I didn't get filled. Went up 5 ticks. This is why I should use I almost always use market orders. Every now and then I go for a limit order, and most of the time I end up missing the move. So, okay. It was a good idea. Up now 7 ticks. So I was, at least I know I was right about it. I am also pretty cold right now. Got another I don't know, probably about half a foot of snow yesterday. But other than that, I'm doing good. Hi, Sam. Nope, I've never used Apex. Uh, can't say I won't in the future, but right now I'm focused on Earn to Trade. Once I'm ready to use trade copiers, I'll be looking at other companies, but probably heading more toward Bolonox or UProfit because I prefer end of day drawdown. And actually, not getting filled, and that kind of saved me. I'm not sure gold's continuing to move down now. But Apex is a quality company from everything I've heard. CFT certainly likes them. But Earn the Trade's my favorite. Okay, long signal on copper, but again, I expect this to pull back. See, it's into the bands, above the band on the RSI. NQ is sending us a long signal now. We still have below the SMA. Uh, copper. Yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about Apex. I am definitely more of a fan of end of day drawdown. And the fact that UProfit actually has end of day drawdown even in their funded will probably make me gravitate there when I'm ready to use a trade copier. So gold totally did not bounce. I mean, it did bounce up 7 ticks, but then rejected down. It looks like it wants to continue heading down here. Kind of in this weird spot right here. See, the indices are trying to push up. Gold's pushing down. Copper, I totally expected copper to bounce. Didn't take that trade because we were in the bands. It didn't bounce. Kind of in this no bounce mode all of a sudden. Copper looks like it would have been a good trade, but it just that goes against went against my trading plan. So how's your trading been going, Linux? No, there's the bounce. So okay, so we had a delayed bounce on gold. So see if it bounces off that SMA and comes back down on gold. Kind of flattish for the last few minutes here on the indices. Don't know if flattish is an actual word, but if it's not, then I will copyright it. There's a Speaking of these different funding companies, there's like a crap load all of a sudden popping up everywhere. I was contacted by one by email yesterday wanting me to become an affiliate. They haven't even launched yet. Rod Casillia mentioned one on his channel a couple days ago that's just launching. Seems like they're all over the place now. Okay, so gold popping back up above the SMA line. So now we're looking for whether, let's move my gold chart out of the way. So here on gold, what we're looking for is one of two things, or at least that's what I'm looking for. I want to see if it's going to continue coming up. I want to see if it can break this recent high of 1902.5. It's actually sending me a long signal there. Or is it going to reject back down and then get back below this recent low of 1898.5? See, we had this big move up. I mean, it was auto. There we go. This move up has been very extended. I mean, it really started way back here. Like 3 hours ago, came up, did a pullback, another leg, small pullback, came up, had a little bit of a weird pullback there, and then up. And it's so from here, from back there to here, it's gone up 10 points in a slow, grindy fashion. But this could be the exhaustion of the move. This pullback, if this was only a pullback, is more pronounced than these others. But it was also driven by news. So we'll see if this was just a pullback and continues up, or if we're going to exhaust here, get a lower high, and head back down. Well, Matt, yeah. There's a guy on the Discord last night, and he said that he spent $20,000 in the last year on evaluations and resets. Good job, Linux. Excellent. Good morning, Ace. How are you? UltraBond sending us a buy signal. Kind of squeezing there. We'll wait. Gold. Gold. Zip. There's a rejection back down. Doing pretty good. Only one trade so far this morning for a loss. Watching, waiting, hoping. Good morning, Andrew. How are you today? I like that, Linux. I, yeah, I can see how that's kind of curling down there, Ace. Pop back up a little bit. Wants to try and maybe push down. It's indecisive still, though. Oops. Definitely some indecision here with about 40 minutes to the bell. Yep. Now, Earn a Trade actually puts their stats on their website. Uh, it for the whole month. I'm sorry, for the whole year 2021, it says 18.9% of people that started an evaluation, started a gauntlet or gauntlet mini, passed. So that means 81, 80, about 80, no, yeah, 18, yeah, 81, about 81% failed. Now I don't know how those stats are calculated. I don't know if that means if like people started, if one person started 3 times, or how, where that stat comes from exactly. But yeah, they put it right on the website. 81.9% failed, or 18% passed, whatever. Well, here, I can copy and paste that. Copper. So, okay, Copper's laughing at me now. So you see it came up here, and you see it pierced the third band with its wick. I don't take that. Especially after a big candle. I'm expecting at least one pullback candle before it goes. But there was no pullback candle. It just went. And what it did, it's now up about 26 ticks. More than that. So, Copper laughing at me this morning. I hate to be laughed at by metals. Short signal here on gold. Okay, so I've taken the short on gold. There's my chart. See how we do. It's coming right up for me. Moving my stop just 2 ticks back so it's a full 1 point stop. Just give it a little bit more room. Still over a 1.5 to 1 reward to risk. Gold's gonna stop me out. Maybe, possibly, probably. Not yet. Would have already stopped me out. Stopped me out if I hadn't moved my stop. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was maybe over, still not sure what it wants to do. Oh, there it's coming for me. Oh, maybe not. You know, I keep like sounding negative here, and I just need to let it do its thing. There we go. Like I said, I knew gold was going to come down. Copper's pulling back here. Copper got above the RSI Bollinger on the 5 minute and hit the Bollinger on the 5 minute. That was a perfect reversal candle there. Reversal play. All eyes are on gold for now. Now you might say, why did you move your stop on gold? Is that not following your trading plan? And honestly, you're partially right. But that said, I did my testing on gold at 20 to 10 and forgot to set it up in the ATM on NinjaTrader. So really, this should be a 20 by 10 anyway. So I just moved it to what I would have if I had remembered to actually set up the right parameters for the trade management in Ninja. So we'll see if it works out here. Still hanging right around my break-even mark. Oh, maybe it didn't work. So maybe gold's gonna consolidate at 2 ticks from my stop now. Okay, stop me out. So that didn't work out. And things not looking good for today. Now down $210. Copper sent a short signal there, so that would have been an excellent reversal play. So what was I talking about here again? These reversal plays that I haven't really played much. But look at Copper. Came up hard. It broke this third band on the 5-minute. It broke the third band. It broke the Bollinger on the RSI. That's 2 out of 3 of my A plus setup. So about an A setup. Only thing it wasn't above the 70 line, but that's fine. And you can see if I would have jumped in there, this is reversed almost that entire candle. This is a $250 reversal bar. That would have been an excellent play. Instead, I took gold, and gold decided to not play night. No, gold came up, stopped me out, and wants to head back down. Chris, it counts as one. Monday and Tuesday count as one trading day together. Basically, you have 4 trading days next week, not instead of 5. And that will be on any of the programs because it's the way the CME actually counts days. They run those 2 days together. So for earn to trade, you definitely got to watch it with the consistency rule because you don't want to go over whatever your consistency rule is if you're having a good day. Yeah, probably will be. Banks are all closed, so won't be a lot of algorithmic trading. You can take as long as you need. The 15 days is just the minimum amount. And good morning to you as well. But yeah, you can just you can take as long as you need. Just each month you have to pay the subscription fee on the evaluation. Hey Walt, long time no see. How you doing? Okay, Chris, bring some back for the rest of us, please. Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle. No problems, Grugs. That's why I'm here. You'll get it, Walt. I know you will. That was a harsh pullback there on copper. That would have been an excellent reversal play. Gave up almost all its gains. It's back to the SMA on the 5. It's a $500 reversal. Uh, Today I'm down 200, but over the last 2 days I'm up over, not counting today. The last 2 days I'm up over $800 on the Gauntlet account. The Trader Career Path, I'm down $56 since starting it on Monday. It's been kind of up and down there. Looks like the indices are trying to curl up here. Slow move up. Yellow line's VWAP. VWAP, VWAP. And the yellow line is basically where we started having that big move down. So this big bounce, almost trying to get back up to gain all its losses. With Earn and Trade, all your accounts are under one rhythmic login. So you can have both accounts up on NinjaTrader at the same time without a problem. I'm not trading like when I'm only trading Nasdaq on the Trader Career Path account, and so I'm not trading that on the Gauntlet account. See, MNQ, gold. See here, two different NinjaTrader charts. One MNQ, big move down on that MNQ. You look here on the account, little account thingy here. My two different accounts, one set on Gauntlet, one set on TCP. And I could actually have two separate MNQ windows up and have one set on each account, but that would confuse me. It's been a while since I've seen you, Walt. Where have you been hiding? I think the channel's grown tremendously since you were last here. I saw you followed the MightyOx Twitter account. Yep, mostly thanks to CFT and his promotions of me and the interview he did with me on his channel. Thanks, Ace. I appreciate that. Kind of sideways action here now, except for Copper, who slapped at me twice now for not taking signals that I would not have normally taken. Be interested to see what happens at the bell. Oh. And Q sending us a short signal. We have an uptrending SMA kind of bouncing there. $12-point move down there on the NASDAQ. So, they don't look like it, but these signals would be working for small gains here. I mean, this one here would have pulled back enough to stop me out. 19-point pullback before going. Eventually, I want to be able to widen my stop some, or I don't know. I mean, obviously, the better play would have been to wait, get pulled back, and got back above the SMA line. Jumped in here at 72, could have rode it up to 11. It's almost 30 points. So, hoping to find one or two good trades to at least pull me back to green. Sitting red on the day so far. Just 210 bucks, I think. 211, something like that. Oh, 210.50, so right in the middle. No trades so far on the Gauntlet account. I'm sorry, on the TCP account. Mainly because I forgot to switch over to the TCP from the Gauntlet on NASDAQ, but that would have been a loss, so it works out. Everything's kind of slow. Let's see what's new from TradingView. Oops. The heck? Everything's quiet, including the chat. Wake up, everybody. It's Friday, you can all sleep in tomorrow. Russell. Russell. Short signal on the Russell. We got a short signal on S&P a few minutes ago. Missed that. Not sure how I was not paying attention to that. So the Russell's sending a short. Alright. Oh, that's right. NASDAQ did send that one same spot, and I ignored it because of where it was at. Yeah, do I have a Russell chart? I don't think I even have any parameters for Russell. But, we can jump in on that. Why not? As they say. Gauntlet. 20 by 15 sounds good. Wait till it goes red. Little bounce there. It must have seen I got a chart ready, so it bounced. So Russell came up with a 2-point bar up. And now coming back down. We'll wait to see if it gets back below that low. We are getting close to the bell, and I'm always hesitant to take a trade too close to the bell on the indices. But we'll take a chance here for basically 2 points by a 1.5 point stop. 2 points on the Russell is $100. Gold's trying to re-entice me here. Well, the entry point here is 20.24. Wait, 20, yeah, 44. See if we get back down there. Let's see what gold's doing. Gold's grinding upwards, trying to send a long signal there. For now, we're going to watch the Russell. Maybe I should check. You know what? That Russell actually has about a 3 to 4 point. I mean, sorry, 3 to 4 tick spread. That's a little bit yucky. on the Russell. See what happens. I'm also eating breakfast, so I'm going to mute here as we watch this Russell trade. Oh, my stop moved to break evens quicker than I expected it to. Good morning, Life Brown here. I don't look at options at all, so I'm not sure. Maybe I should. There we go. There we go. Nice. Nice move down here on the Russell. Okay, stopped us out on the trailing. But that was a cha-ching. As soon as I get the thing out of the way. Ching. I believe it was 95 bucks, so we'll look here in a second. 140 from 210. That was only seven. Ended up only being 70 bucks, but still. Got in at 2025 even, out at 2023.6. So 14 ticks. Got us back $70 for the morning. It's down 140 now. Still wanted to move down. That trailing stop was probably too tight, but we'll see. Thank you, Vincent. So anyway, life around here, yeah, I mean, I don't even honestly know. I know that futures there's options on futures and all that, but I've never looked for any correlation or even tried to work on that understanding. So it is continuing to move down here. Eventually, I've said this before, my goal is to run more than one contract at a time so I can get one profit and move the other to break even, just continue to ride. Obviously, right now all the indices are heading down. I'm happy with the 70 bucks though there. Hopefully we can get one or two more good trades to get me back to green. Mute, we'll watch the charts. I'm going to mute and eat breakfast for a couple minutes. Mute so we're not doing chewing while trading. Hi, Hans. Uh, I've seen lots of uglier charts, so Hey. Let's not start throwing insults. I appreciate that, Ace, but I mean, some people just, I understand partially. I don't like a lot of. I mean, this is more. In a lot of my charts, I've removed one of the bands, so it's a little bit more cleaner. That's why you don't see a lot of support and resistance lines on my charts for the most part. So I kind of I mean, I've taken heat on it on the Discord as well for my charts. But everyone has their own personal style, and people just need to remember that. But I appreciate the support, Ace. Good job. Yeah, big move up there all of a sudden. 20 points up. Gonna finish my eggs. God, I was muted. Crude and natural gas sending signal. I look at it, but I haven't really. You know, ES and Q, and Russell, and I mean, that was a rare trade for me to take on the Russell. It just worked out that it sent the signal the latest and looked the best to where it was at. I do watch the Dow. I have the 5-minute chart up, but I haven't really taken a trade on it in a while. I have noticed that it has been kind of at times not correlating as much with the other three, so it's something I should probably be watching more. Russell's made a new daily low, so has the Dow. But I watch so many things now that I ended up trying to eliminate one or two of the indices just so I wasn't overextending myself. Okay, we're about a minute from the bell. I'm gonna try and finish my eggs here real quick. Okay, eggs done, supplements taken, 20 seconds to the bell. We'll move over to our NQ and ES charts. Watch the open. ES did make a move daily low a bit earlier. So we'll see what happens here as we ring the bell. I need a bell sound. Oh, I had one of those this weekend. So far, no big move. Not much happening so far. Nothing eventful in the first minute. See, in the 1 minute, the ES was actually into the bands on the first minute and it's pulling back. Now we're seeing some green. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that setup too. Though I've never studied the setup right at the open. With the unpredictability at the open, I'm not sure what to think of it yet. So it's a learning experience here. Sitting back, seeing no signals firing at all in any. Well, of course, copper makes a liar out of me there. But nothing was firing at all. We'll check copper real quick. Copper with a long signal. Uh, went away. Go back to our indice charts. Usually sit on the indice charts for the first 5 minutes, see what things are going to do. And right now they're not doing much at all. NQ's down 7.5 points. Oh, there's a move down about 10 points now. But still nothing to write home about yet. On the 1 minute chart, NQ bounced off the 200 EMA. Now we're starting to see some downward momentum. 25 points down on the NQ. Yes, it's actually still green so far on the 5 minute candle. Now we're seeing red. 30 points down on the NQ. And I mean, if you look at the chart on the 5 minute, you almost think that it was definitely going to bounce there because of the way you had the downtrending SMA line. But, you know, does that always hold out at the open is the question. Coming down. Copper still wanting attention. Not going to give it to it. So now down 40.45 there. So there's the move down. I mean, we finally decided on a direction. Now it's going 50 points. So it muted at the start, and now the last couple seconds, the last minute or two of this 5-minute candle, we got the big move down. I should have taken the short signal there. I'm always hesitant right at the open, but that would have been an excellent signal to take. 21-point candle down, followed by another 10-point candle. Gold trying to send the long signal kind of in the middle there. Definite good move here on the Nasdaq. I didn't even realize that we had a double top. I missed that. Double top with this candle back at 4 minutes after the hour. Basically, tried to get above that level twice there. Once on the first minute of the open, then again, and then failed. So that would have been another great indication of an entry. Seeing a bit of a bounce here. Crude short signal. Went away. Has anyone taken any trades? Bounce here on the Nasdaq. It's a very nice bounce there on the indices. NQ made a new daily low by a smidge on that. Ouch. SHIB just took a dump. Bitcoin dumping. Bitcoin's going back below 40,000. Interesting. Yeah, sometimes those non-fills can be a lifesaver. On Nasdaq, that's a good reversal candle there. We'll see if it actually reverses. It seems like it wants to. Something else just give me a signal. Crude. No, Crude also with that reversal candle there. I think that was the one life round here might have just been talking about. So you see everything kind of reversed on the same candle. The Crude, ES, Russell, gold reversed a little bit early, but Nasdaq. Nasdaq's coming back down. Excellent. What level did you enter in at, Vincent? Okay, so Nasdaq's back right where it went down before to that level. See if it breaks that level. Grabbing my MNQ chart. Magic getting in. Alright, there it is. We're gonna jump in on this. I like it there. See if we'll continue to head down. Looking for 30 points. This is crap. Never mind. This is on the Gauntlet account. I guess I just don't want to take a TCP today. Ugh. Nice. Continuing to move down. We are below the 30 line, but no other big red flags. Plenty of room between it and the bands. My stop is just moved to break even. And Q just hit the Bollinger on the 5-minute. That is a red flag. Bollinger on the 5-minute. It's below the 30 line on the 5. See if it continues. Target is at 14,082. We're at 1490. 090. Seeming like it wants to bounce though. Crap. Ooh, big bounce. See if it comes back down. That stop moved to break even, so if it comes up, it's just going to be a scratch trade minus a little bit of slippage possibly. Yep. Watching it, watching it. It's bouncy right at the 100 mark. Taking it off the table there for a small win. Honestly, as soon as I saw it hit the band on the 5-minute, I should have pulled it. Whereas it pulls back now. There's a small cha-ching. See if I pulled it too early. Yep, still showing green. My entry is at 112 and it's back up to 108. So kind of just crawling back here. Now down 114 today on the Gauntlet account. And okay, watch me as I move this to TCP. Next, if I take another trade on MNQ, it'll be on the TCP. Yeah, I think it's going to flush to that Bollinger there. I mean, we have very wide bands on the 5 minutes right now. Our bands are on the 5 minute, the band is they're 150 points apart, so that's really wide. So that is also a concern. See the green here, green candle on the new 5 minute. Oh, yeah, trying to continue to head down. See what it does. Up back to green. So let's kind of watch, see what it does. Wait for an extra entry on anything. I am watching a new product. I mean, it's not new to the exchange, but something I haven't watched before. And a couple minutes, I'll show you why and what it is. UltraBond, let's see what UltraBond's doing. UltraBond's sending a short signal, but it's been kind of sideways here the last few minutes, or since the open really, since before the open really. We see Nasdaq is continuing to curl up here. So right now it just hit what was my entry, so I'll be back to break even here. And the question is this they're stepping up to just make another leg down? So we'll watch that. Oh, big move there up. Big move there up. Yeah, there's another sign of good English from me today. Big move up there. Big, or whatever I'm trying to say. Green candle went up. UltraBond still trying to convince me it wants to go short. So yep, I got out at the right time there. See if it bounces off that SMA line or if this is a reversal. Those aren't huge candles. We see pretty big candles coming down there, 15, 19, 8, and then going back up it was 3, 5, 2, 11, now 9. It's actually sending us the long signal now, but it's right at the SMA. Oh, UltraBond, I should have listened. It's down 4 ticks. Good job, Vincent. And sorry about your stop out life around here. Crude's being a little bit temperamental today. Everything's being kind of a little bit temperamental. So we're right at the SMA line now on NQNES. See if they can break through. Break on through to the other side. Copper continuing to head up. UltraBond continuing to head down. NQ trying to bounce. ES sending a long signal. NQ sending a long signal. Now we're looking at, let's I don't know. ES's chart is actually a bit more confusing than the NQ chart. If we look at the ES chart here, I mean, up, down, up, big wick. That was definitely a reversal candle down. Now we're back up. Where's our safe entry? I mean, this would have been a 2-point candle. So if you're playing regular ES, that could be a quick $100 scalp. But really, I think we want to see it get back above the high off the open, which was 43.82. Although that's 6 points away, so I don't know. We also have the 200 EMA sitting here, and you see the bands are starting to curl back down. So this would have been a good entry. It's gone more than 2 points if you're running regular ES. Micro, you're probably looking for more, but I should have just taken it and then used these as my profit target to pull at least one off if I was trading two, and then went from there. So that was a case of being too conservative. You can see here, I mean, the last 4 signals in ES would have been excellent. This one went for at least 4 points. This one had a pretty nasty pullback, but would have ended up going 73, 82, 9 points. This one gave us a 4-point candle, and now this one's gave us 4 points before possibly pulling back now. Meanwhile, though, look at the Russell. While the ES is just and Nasdaq's playing around, ES is just going giving us 7 straight green candles. I mean, the Russell it's giving, yeah, I think that's what I said. Up 10 points since this entry candle off that signal. So that's $500 right there straight up. Gold just dumped hard. 2 points down. Hitting the 200 EMA. You see he struggled at the EMA over here, right at the open. Just broke through it. We do have VWAP now. Let's find a gold chart. Big move down there. Kind of chasing it here at this point, but we're going to try it. Maybe. And hold on, where are we? 96.4 is where we exhausted last time. We have not broke that yet. 96.5. Now we have. Now we're at VWAP. Oops. See if it gets through VWAP, and then we'll take it. It's through. See if a candle closes. How much time? 10 seconds. Bounced off VWAP. Right at VWAP. Saying VWAP a lot. Into the bands. Nope, not taking it. Now I see. Expect a reversal at least on the next candle. There it is. Boom. 7 ticks back up. Look to go short possibly after this candle. Gets things back into equilibrium. Back into the bands. Everybody busy trading? "15 seconds on this 1 minute candle. Hanging right on the VWAP. VWAP, VWAP, VWAP. There's the new candle. Look at the NASDAQ now. Just, I mean, all of a sudden, boom. You know, off that reversal, it's gone up over 100 points in the last 10 minutes now. Still waiting to see whether or not gold continues to head down or if we're reversing. I should have jumped on that long signal there, but again, we were still kind of downtrending, so I didn't. Bunch of missed opportunities here in the last few minutes. So we're back up on the NASDAQ. We're back up to this high that we saw over here right at the open at 218. It just bounced off 220. Gold's back above its VWAP. We'll see if it breaks back below, we'll jump on that. If not, we'll just move on to our next opportunity. UltraBond heading down. Yeah, I agree. There is a lot of mixed signals this morning. Things keep kind of... I thought we were going to continue heading down on the indices, honestly. Then this has been an amazing bounce since... Gold's given back all that last big red candle that I was going to jump in. I should have jumped on. That candle was a, 14 ticks candle. 16 ticks if you include the wick. Get the chart off the screen for now until I'm ready to enter something. Continue to watch all the charts. Copper, you know what? All these signals in copper, they've had pullbacks, but they all would have been good for $200 a shot. It's frustrating. Yeah. I mean, it was kind of sneaky. I didn't expect it. It wasn't like all one big candle. It was boom, small. I even said about how small these candles were, and then all of a sudden, first the SMA line snuck up on it and burst through. Right up to VWAP. It's bouncing on VWAP right now. It did, before this rip, it did make a new daily low. Quick look, gold's about mid-range of the day now. UltraBond's made new daily highs. Big time. Crude, big recovery there on crude. It's back above its 200 EMA on the 5-minute. Natural gas made new daily highs. So now we're seeing a pullback here after it hit VWAP. VWAP, VWAP. Cool. Did you see that on the 1-minute, the Vincent? Or the 5-minute? 5-minute. I see it. Okay, there's gold heading back down again. Oh. Or trying to. If gold breaks view up again, well, actually, we want to see it get back below this low here at 95.9, 95.7. We're at 96.3 right now. Top of the hour, 10 o'clock East Coast, 9 o'clock my time. Have a great day, great weekend life around here. We're getting ready to sell the market order on gold. We're in. Broke VWAP big time. Should have set an order on VWAP. That was a smart thing to do. That was a big move. That was a big candle down. Okay, and I stopped out that quick. So I should have waited till that candle closed. I was an idiot. $80 loss. Oh, oh my God. I was on the gauntlet. I was on the TCP on that somehow. I have no idea how I had gold on the TCP. Didn't I take a trade on gold earlier today? So $80 loss on the TCP puts us down 130 now on the TCP. That was stupidity on my part. I don't don't want to trade gold on TCP in the mornings. Frustrating there. That's the hazards of trading two different accounts. I definitely need to be more careful with that. I see. Was it that 858 or 953 953, 954 candle that you jumped in on? So right now we're red on both accounts, which is okay. It's not a deep red. We're not bleeding out of an artery. Okay, 958. Okay, I see that. Crude heading up sideways. Natural gas down. Nasdaq's pulled under this SMA line. Nasdaq sent us a short signal. But again, it was against my plan, but again, it would have been a decent signal. I got in on this gold right here, popped back up, all the way up, now popping back down lower. And, you know, I wish I had just gotten in, not worried about. I'm not sure if I missed it or if I forgot. If I decided not to get in because of where it was at, and I saw, this back here as resistance or support. If I just gotten in off that signal, I would have got my 16 ticks. By the way, I know folks have been asking this weekend. I do plan on trying to get a video done about what indicators I use and my general strategy. Hopefully, have that posted this weekend. Copper with a short signal. Russell with a long signal? No, short signal. Yeah, that makes sense. Hello, Dan. Hope you're having a good morning. Thank you. I mean, I honestly, I had thought about doing that video in the past, but I was like, part of me feels like, well, I haven't proven myself that I'm consistently profitable yet. So I wasn't sure if doing that video now you know, was the greatest idea. But I believe the strategy works, and I just believe that I'm not executing it as well as I could be, or as should be, I should say. You can see how many of these signals work. If you look at my charts right now, just the four that are up: crude, natural gas, the Russell, and the S&P. And you look at the signals, the last signals on the charts of all four of those, all four would have worked. The only one that would have been an actual issue is crude. Crude had that pullback before it went. But all three of the other ones are good, great signals. So I do believe that the strategy I have definitely works. I just not perfected the execution of it yet. But I believe that, I mean, Vincent, he does very well with it. So I mentioned I was going to start looking at a new product. And since we're kind of slow right now, everything's kind of sideways. Someone on the Earn to Trade Discord turned me on to, of all things, lean hogs. And I wasn't paying attention. I haven't set up an alert for it. But here's why. It's caught my interest. At $10 a tick, it's 4 ticks a point. So, but let's look at the prior week here of lean hogs, of all things. Every one of the signals gives me a 2-to-1 win. It went over the full week last week. Or no, this week. I'm sorry, this week. Not including today. Look at this. Win, 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 win. Excuse me. Wouldn't have entered that. Win, loss. Win, loss. Win, win, win. Win, 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 win. Win, 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 win. Stop if you heard this one before. Win. I didn't mark that one off. I think that wouldn't have gone, but win, win, win. Check that in a minute. And win, wouldn't have taken, might have taken, so say loss, because I forgot to mark it off. Apparently I got tired of marking them off. This would have win, win, win. I wouldn't have entered that when it was down to the bands. So it's like an 80% win rate at 2 to 1 on lean hogs, of all things. So, and I'm running, I tested it out at 16 ticks, 16 ticks. So, $160 win, 80 to an $80 stop loss. So just taking one contract in all of these would have been like $500-700 a day. So I'm gonna test this out. Probably gonna take a trade on it. Got to set up alerts. So probably start attempting to trade it maybe next week. I was actually gonna take a trade on it today, but I didn't get the alert set up on it, and I'm already down on the day, so I don't know if I want to tempt fate, but it's definitely interesting. That said, the reversal plays on it, I'm not sure about. You can see that the RSI on it down below with the Bollingers is really, really wild. It's constantly above the 80 line, dropping down below, so those reversal plays might not work as well, or might need different parameters. So we're not really looking at that, but definitely the signals on it seem to be excellent. So get excited for lean hogs next week. Always giving you a reason to tune in. So now Nasdaq's given most of the move it made back. So now we're really seeing some wild volatility. Yeah, I just can't talk this morning. So we hit 218 here, flushed all the way down to 105. No, I'm sorry, flushed all the way down to 87. So 130 points, 140 point drop, came all the way back up. So 140 points back up, and hit a high of 220. Now we're back down to 120. So 140, 140, 100. And every signal I could have taken, and it would have worked, even though the signals went totally against my trading plan. Usually I don't like to take a signal that's against the current SMA. But you see here, if I had taken it short here, 15 point stop, 30 point profit target, easy win. I mean, it would obviously been a very easy win. Clone that over here to this short. Oh, that one actually would have stopped me out. The reversal here would have stopped me out, which is why I don't like taking that. But if I would have been running a 20 point stop, it would have worked, and we would have gotten 2 to 1, or just about right now. And of course, this long signal here would have also worked for 80 points. So let's just say 30 points. Let's, I do 30 by 15 normally. That's what I'm looking for. So even if this stopped me out, if I'd entered here, stopped me out, 60 points minus 15, 45 points here Which, if you're running one regular NQ contract, that's $900. Yep, big move back up. It's trying to tempt me. See, it's actually hitting that area where it pulled back to here at 171. Just broke through to 177. Yep, Dan. What I actually plan on breaking out of like a brand new chart with nothing on it and going through each step of where to find the indicator, the name of it, adding it, the settings I use, etc. Be interested to see if this ejects back down here. Could be a short entry. See, the SMA was heading down. Let me get this out of the way. The SMA was heading downward, so this looks like a reversal. Coming back down. Giving back the entire candle. We're going to enter short. We're on the TCP. Yeah, you know me. Waiting for this candle to close. 5 seconds. Entering short. Popping back up. The ideal stop on this would be at the top of this red candle. But I don't want to run that high of a stop. Top of that red candle is 65. I'm in at 35. So it'll be a 30-point stop. If I'm going to run a 30-point stop, then I should have just went in with one, which might have been a smart idea. So just some selling pressure here, though, coming down. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. New 1-minute candle. There we go. It's definitely bouncy here. Stop is now right above the SMA line. Previous low over here was 114. We're at 124 now. Considering moving that profit target up to 114, but big momentum here. Bending the bands. My stop moves to break even. We're up 20 points. Stops trailing. Oh, bounce back. I'm going to move the stop back to break even. Give it a little bit of room. Did get below 114. Did not get down to the profit target, obviously. Back up to 114. Pulling back. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't come all the way back to break even. Looks like it might. We got 25 seconds on this 1-minute candle. Ah. Let's see. There we go. New candle, red. It's struggling there. So I'm hoping, but it looks like it wants to come back up and come back up to my entry. I'm considering moving my stop back above my entry just to try and give it a little bit of room. Oops, stop me out. Break even. That's frustrating. That trade was $70 in the profit. Back to break even. Stop me out. Just took some commission from me there. And bounced. See, I should have moved my stop back above. This is going to come down now and be a nice profitable trade. Yep, back down to 124. Let's see how far it goes down, how much money I could have made. Oh man, there's the flush down. Remember, my profit target was at 105. Back to 119 now. Got down as low as 109 earlier. Got within 5 points of my target and pulled back. Back down to 109 now. That's frustrating. Yep, there's 104. 103. ES. So ES actually hasn't sent us a short signal yet. It's just now flirting with it. It's kind of interesting. I'm sorry guys, I forgot to show my chart as I apologize. You didn't see any of that trade. So I entered there. It came all the way down here. It just would have hit my profit target. Okay, so that's really frustrating. See, that was where my trailing stop ended up screwing me. Yep, that's what happened. I should not have moved. If I had never moved my trailing, I would still be in that trade. Okay, so now we're in on an MES. Trying this again. And it's going to stop me out again. No, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not, maybe. Yep, too bouncy right now. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Gold sending a signal. Ah, there's some downward momentum. Um, that last MNQ trade was on TCP. I meant to take a gold trade on. I did trade the T. I accidentally took a gold trade on it earlier and took a loss. Uh, then I took. MNQ trades on it earlier. I thought on it earlier, ended up being on the gauntlet. So I've been totally mixing up the accounts today with the intention of trading TCP. So I've taken one $80 loss on it so far today. Meant to take a couple other trades on it that I ended up taking on the regular gauntlet account. Yeah, two accounts can be confusing. This is going to stop me out. Oh, maybe not. Come on, just flush down. You know you want to flush down. Not allowed to use a trade copier to copy from one earn a trade account to another. They don't allow them. You can copy from like another firm's account to earn a trade or vice versa, but you can't from one earn a trade account to another. Well, that was the flush down I was looking for, but didn't hold. And now that's going to reverse to a stop out. No, it doesn't know what it wants to do. This is ES is just as bouncy as the NQ right now. Stopped out. They're back to being down $183.25 on the Gauntlet account, down $89 on the TCP. Not a good morning. But both accounts are not so red that, you know, one good trade wouldn't get me back to green. Look at this move on Crude. This long signal here came at 88.17. We're up to 89. So this is over $1,000 move. But what sucks is it would have actually reversed down here by 30 ticks before going the 100 tick, 150 ticks, whatever. Yes, coming back down. So up far enough to stop me out again. A couple of my trades now stopped me out and then went. NQ did the same thing. Really just a bit frustrated at the moment. One of the issues is I honestly I think half my losses are stop outs that end up going to profit targets. It's that trade-off between how much are you willing to take a loss if it does go against you. You know, being in these evaluations, you don't want to take big risk. So you end up getting stopped out and then seeing the trade go your way because I don't want to lose more than on the Gauntlet account. I don't want to lose more than $100 in a trade. That means on any given day I could lose 11 in a row and not hit my daily loss limit, or just I think that's that No, actually, my daily loss limit's 1,750. I could lose 17 in a row. If I lose 17 in a row, I'm going to probably just quit. So, it's but at what, if I'm losing the half of my trades that would have been profitable, it's like you need to find that balance. See, let me look at the ES here. So it came up, stopped me out. I got in. Where did I get in? I got in at 73. It stopped me out at 75.75. So 73. So now it's down to 67. So I got in at 73. It's at 67. So that's what? 6 points now. So six. It's gone 6 points in my direction. This is the flush that we were waiting for. NQ did the same thing. My last trade on NQ that ended up stopping me out break even. That was my big mistake, is letting it not moving, just leaving the stop where it was at. You know, I did end up, I didn't realize I got 7 points off of that MNQ trade. I thought I moved it to break even, but I guess I didn't. So it did give me 7 points, but still, I mean, I got in at 12, and it's now down to 64. So it's gone 50 points since my entry point. So if I hadn't moved my stop to break even, it would have went 50 points. So the last two trades that I've taken would have been huge winners, but instead I either got stopped out early or I got stopped out for a loss. Yeah, see, now that ES trade would have been 10 points in the profit. Now I would have took profit before that, you know, but still, that's just. I might have to look at all my trades from this week and see how many losses would not have been losses with just a at least somewhat of a more larger stop. As it continues to go down, this is the flush that Vincent was waiting for. Vincent, did you get in on this flush? Excellent job, Vincent. Gold. Gold sending a long signal. Gold's been kind of rangy. Rangy mutt. Yeah, I noticed you, Vince, you do run a wider stop than I do, and that seems to definitely help you. And that does really give it helps my confidence, and it does really make me feel good, Vincent. It really does. Yeah, super trend line can be a good, a good place for pullbacks or for, stop loss. Sometimes it gets overextended though. I was looking at it as a possible stop loss, and like one time on NQ, it would have been like a 50-point stop or a 60-point stop. I was like, that's a little much. So looking for one or two more good trades, just maybe to get me out of the red. Maybe, managing risks, so my losses aren't bad at all today. But at the same token, maybe managing them too tight, and maybe I wouldn't be at losses at all. Uh, that's part of the balance of trading is, you don't want to risk too much, but at the same token, if you're too conservative, you're going to constantly take losses you might not need to take. Interesting. Have you guys gotten any buffering on the stream? YouTube just warned me that viewers were experiencing buffering. Yeah, I think my internet. I think the wind might be messing with my internet a little bit. So I apologize if there's an overnight. I had a small internet outage. I saw that. So I think I might be. We might be having a little bit of internet issue. So what level did you get in on, Vincent? At Yeah, I see the bend there in the super trend on the 938 candle. And probably 1038 for you. Let me check my internet speed. See how. Rallo, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Speed test claims I'm doing 200 megabits per second. Although, wait, see what the upload is. I guess it doesn't, the download doesn't matter, it's the upload. Comcast limits my upload to only like 11. Getting 9 right now. Contra Trading, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. $64. Nice. We went down 7, a little bit of pullback here. A little bit calmer right now. Ooh, darn, I missed that move on gold. What was I doing? How did I miss that? Been a great signal there. It's down over 2 points. That would have been a great. I'm not sure how I missed that. I was probably looking at YouTube telling me that. Oh, I was probably looking at my speed test. So upset with myself that I missed that gold signal. I might have doubted it a little bit only because we were rangy. This signal wouldn't have worked. This one would have worked for maybe a point. This one would have worked some, but this was a bigger candle than any of those. Did pull back, but then went. See the pullback here now. Excuse me. Vincent, what's your plan? How are you waiting to see if this bounces off the SMA, or where do you have your stops at? Good morning, James. It's been up and down today. I'm slightly red on both accounts. Had a couple good trades. Did a really nice trade on the Russell earlier, but it's been up and down. Gold has bit me a couple of times. There was lots of good opportunity. I just didn't take them. Still working on that. Cool. Okay. Showing nice red on this candle. Remember, folks, that Monday is a short day. There is still trading on Monday, uh, up until noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. So make sure if you're in an evaluation, I believe this is for any evaluation company, make sure you're flat before noon Central. And remember, excuse me, Monday and Tuesday count as one trading. Excuse me, sorry. Monday and Tuesday count as one trading day. So watch your P&Ls for daily loss limits and consistency rules and all that fun stuff. Also remember the volume will probably be light, so be careful. I will be trading Monday night as normal on stream. We can have a snooze fest maybe, depending. Nice move down there on the ES. Low of this current move is 57.50s. Yes, James. Basically, Sunday night through Tuesday afternoon is all one day. Oh, very nice move down for Vincent here. ES and NQ made new daily lows. Down to 30,034, closing in on that 14,000 mark on NQ. Well, a bounce here, Vince. It did hit the third band on the 1 minute chart. Bouncing here back up to the SMA, but it's not really holding. Looking like it wants to continue to move downward. Maybe. That candle's looking nice. Right at 43.60. 1 minute, I mean, sorry, 1 second to go into a new candle. Let's see. There's some red. Oh, big pop on green. Ouch. See, the bands have squeezed, but last candle made them kind of expand just slightly. See, this a slight downward tilt on the bottom band. Back to a doji candle in this 1 minute. You mean you moved your stop to break even? Okay. A little bit of a bounce here. Three very small green candles. Well, I shouldn't say very small. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, I was right. Very small green candles in a row. So it's kind of watching and living through Vincent right now. It's up to the SMA line. Everything's almost horizontal at this point. Four green candles in a row. Just came within 2 ticks of Vincent's stop, I think. So we're all. Yeah, I was talking about hogs earlier. This nice move here. So wait a minute, James. Are you saying when pigs fly? Oh. These other signals wouldn't have been as good so far. But this one definitely was a good signal. Yep, there's your red back. So you came within like 2 ticks of being stopped out, if I'm right, Vincent, and now you're back, heading back down. Approaching the 11 o'clock hour. I believe a Fed speaker is speaking. Yeah, that made a lot of sense. At 11. So probably closing the stream here in the next few minutes, but we're kind of hanging on, seeing where this trade goes with Vincent. Yeah, at this point, it looks like I'll be ending the first week of the trader career path down $152. And the main reason for that is the mistake of taking gold on the wrong account earlier. taking a stop out on gold. I was down 58 coming into the day, and then took that loss on gold that I should have never taken the trade on. But, you know, no biggie. Just makes it that if I want to finish in the 15 days now, 1750 plus 152, divide that by 10. I need about $200, average $200 a day now instead of 116 is where I started. It's still doable, and obviously I don't need to finish in the 15 days. I can take as long as I want. I would prefer not to have to pay another month because money's tight, but we'll see what happens. Copper, we'll continue to watch Vincent's ES here, but look at the copper chart today has been interesting. You know, up, choppy down, I should say, choppy down, big move up, gave it all back, came all the way back up a little higher, is now giving it all back. It's like perfect roller coaster. It's not often you see it happen twice that close like that, where it goes up, comes all the way back, goes up, comes all the way back. You're kind of sideways now, Vincent. You just gonna stay in, or are you gonna? Do you have a target in mind? I guess I should ask. Oh, so there's a move down. So it's a very good idea at this point. Back down to 55 low of that candle. Previous candle back here was 55.25. It just touched 55.75. 39. Wow. Okay, why 39? Trying to see if I'm missing something about 39. Oh, what, from the low of Monday? We'll go a few more minutes here. That's the mindset I need to start taking right there. Go big or go home. YouTube folks, if you haven't hit that like button, I would definitely appreciate it. We got 9 downvotes today. I'm not sure who I've upset, but I've upset somebody. Maybe someone feels threatened by my growth. UltraBond sending a signal. Long. Vincent's go big or go home strategy working well so far. It's multiple. I have 9 downvotes today, so it's not just one person. Great job, Vincent. We're going to continue to watch you. We're going to continue to stream for a few more minutes just to watch. I mean, part of me wants to jump in, but I think if I jump in, then it's just going to totally reverse and but yeah, it's grinding down nicely here. This signal here, way back at 73, was the signal to take. It's gone 23 points since then. NASDAQ, of course, doing the same. Down 150 points since that last short signal. Now, it doesn't tell me who downvotes and upvotes that I'm aware of. And it's really no big deal, but here, Vincent, on the 5-minute chart, you are below the 30 line, and you did just touch the band but it's kind of reversing now, not touching the RSI band. But this is the biggest candle in the 5-minute since this move started, by like double the size. I have noticed that trends tend to end with one big candle often, so just might want to be careful with that. Did see a green candle there. Popped up by 2 points. Excellent. Excellent job, Vincent. Okay, so there was the pop up, and again, that looking at that where it was with the RSI and the Bollingers was a good indication that it was ready to pull back at least some. I mean, that move could continue, but here that was a 6 point pullback so far. See here, 21 points on the Nasdaq. So watching that is definitely a spot where you maybe can get out and then maybe re-enter once it kind of gets back into equilibrium. Great job. Let's do this. Very good. So probably gonna call the stream here in just a minute or two. I do have a question for you guys. I know some people had expressed interest in a live stream for the next FOMC meeting, which I believe is on March 16th, Wednesday, March 16th, 2 Eastern. Would you want just a special stream that starts about an hour early, or would you was like a regular stream that goes longer, like lasts all morning into the afternoon? Okay, gotcha, Walter. I guess if there's enough votes for a long stream, then I mean people that yeah, I was just gonna say people that only want to be part of the FMOC part. It's not like I'm gonna lock people out that are already in there at 7 a.m. So yeah, I guess okay. I just don't want to be like doing a like an 8 hour long stream where I only end up with like 2 people because people get tired of hearing my voice. So that's I'll probably make that schedule. I probably won't then. Normally I do a Wednesday night stream. I probably won't do a Wednesday night stream that night. Okay, seems like things have kind of just chilled here now, so I think I'm going to call it for the day. I do want to thank everyone for joining me today. This we ended up down $152 on the first week of the Trader Career Path. We'll get that back and positive next week. Ended up down for the day by $183 on the gauntlet. I might still take trades on the gauntlet. You can check out Twitter for my final P&L. I post it there every day, as long as along with my win and loss percentages on each asset. So you can always check the Twitter for the final P&L on the gauntlet. Obviously, I only take the trades on the Trader Career Path while on stream, so that one's done for the week. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll see you all back here Monday evening for the next stream. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye.